Texas, the second-largest state in the U.S., is known for its major cities, but beyond them lie small, remote towns that hold untold stories. From the ghost town of Terlingua to the charming Honey Grove, these places offer a glimpse into America's past, where time stands still. Join us on this journey with Eagle Discovery as we explore these hidden gems and the unique histories they hold. Terlingua, a ghost town with a soul. Terlingua is not just a ghost town but a living testament to human resilience. Located in the far western corner of Texas, amidst the vast Chihuahuan Desert, Terlingua possesses a majestic beauty but also holds an atmosphere of solitude and quiet. When I arrived, I could clearly sense the stillness, so profound that I could hear the sand's breath under my shoes. Each day here feels like a small battle against the harsh elements and the emptiness of the land. My journey here was not only about discovering a place, but an adventure into the stories of those who lived and worked under these harsh conditions. The annual Chili Cook-Off Festival, however, stands as a special highlight that the town takes great pride in. During the festival, everything seems to change. The narrow streets are crowded with locals and visitors, and the atmosphere is warm and lively. We share regional dishes, listen to stories about the town's past, and experience the vibrant culture that Terlingua still holds. With its extreme climate and lack of infrastructure, Terlingua taught me a lesson in endurance. The people here continue to uphold their spirit and pride for the place they call home. Despite being labeled a ghost town, Terlingua truly lives through every story, every song, and every shifting grain of sand. Marfa, an art oasis in the desert. Marfa, with its repurposed military warehouses turned art galleries, is not just a town of art, but a tranquil space to connect the soul with nature. I arrived in Marfa on a windy day, with a flawless blue sky and a peaceful atmosphere surrounding me. Though it is a small town, Marfa's transformation into a contemporary art hub made me realize that art here is not just the objects displayed in space, but the very soul of the place. At the Chinati Foundation, as I stood before Donald Judd's massive sculptures, I felt the harmony between art and nature. It seemed as though these geometric art pieces were not separate entities, but elements intricately tied to the surrounding landscape. This is not always easy to perceive, but Marfa has made it an essential part of the experience. I was also captivated by the Marfa lights, glowing orbs flickering in the night sky. There is an inexplicable mystery to this phenomenon, and as I stood with other visitors watching, none of us could be sure of their origin. In fact, there are moments in life when I feel that seeking answers is not as important as enjoying the miracle unfolding before our eyes. Luckenbach, a tiny town with a big musical soul. Luckenbach is where I realized that sometimes simplicity is the most precious thing. This town is so small that it only has a few permanent residents, yet it holds a powerful musical soul. Here, I don't just listen to music. I feel the intertwining of generations of musicians who have passed through and left their unforgettable mark. From a small bar to a stage where local artists and travelers come together to sing the tunes of the West, Luckenbach is like a precious gem of American country music. The first time I visited, I could never forget the feeling of sitting on a rustic wooden chair in the bar, enjoying classic country songs. The atmosphere was so familiar, so welcoming, and the music seemed to be the heartbeat of this town. Despite being such a small community, the enthusiasm and hospitality of the people here made me feel truly at home. Jefferson, a captivating historic town. Jefferson is a living picture of the past, where every street and every house tells a story. When I set foot here, it felt as though I had opened a history book. This town was once an important inland port, and the old, cobbled streets and historic buildings bring to life the golden era of its past. The beautiful old homes, quaint shops, and historical landmarks paint a picture full of nostalgia. What makes Jefferson particularly special is how its community continues to preserve the beauty and value of its history. The people here not only live in the past, but actively protect those values for future generations. Historical landmarks in the town are proudly displayed through signage, museums, and cultural festivals. Jefferson truly is a wonderful place for me to reflect on the enduring nature of history and the values we need to preserve. Alpine, the gateway to Big Bend. Alpine has a special beauty that is not immediately obvious. As the gateway to the Big Bend region, Alpine blends majestic nature with the rich history of West Texas. During my visit, I sat in a rustic wooden chair outdoors, sipping a cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, gazing at the distant mountains and vast fields. It was a truly unique feeling, as if the whole world had slowed down and all worries melted into the expansive landscape. Though this town isn't large, it has a powerful charm, with Western-style cafes, artisan shops, and cozy hotels. But what impressed me the most was the connection between the Alpine community and the Big Bend region. This place is not just a tourist destination, but also one deeply rooted in history and a love for nature. I felt that every trip into Big Bend was not only about exploring the wilderness, but also about finding peace within my soul. Smiley, a small town with rural charm. Smiley is a destination that makes one forget about all the busyness of the modern world. Surrounded by vast fields of wheat and cotton, this town brings a tranquility that can only be felt when you listen to the rhythm of nature. I wandered through the small streets, and it felt like everyone here knew each other's name. The warm handshakes and friendly greetings made me feel like a local, even though I was just a visitor. During festival season, Smiley takes on a new, vibrant personality with its traditional celebrations. Music performances and the delicious flavors of Texas cuisine make the atmosphere come alive. Every year, the town hosts events like the Summer Fair, where the community gathers to enjoy local foods, crafts, and share life stories. This is a clear testament to how tightly knit the people are with each other and the land. Though the town doesn't have modern amenities, the warmth of the community and the wide-open landscapes make it a truly relaxing place to be. What's fascinating about Smiley is that, in a place like this, people understand that life continues through the simplest of values, taking care of each other, slowing down, and appreciating what you have. Yorktown, a German heritage gem in the heart of Texas. Yorktown, a small town with a strong German heritage, is one of those rare places where you can feel the blend of two powerful cultures, German and Texan. As I walked through its charming streets, I was amazed not only by the European-style architecture, but also by how seamlessly the German influence has been integrated into American life. The German-style homes with thick stone walls and bright red tiled roofs create a nostalgic and almost unfamiliar atmosphere. The town stands out most during the Western Days Festival, when the entire community participates in parades, rodeo events, and music performances. This celebration is not just an opportunity for the people of Yorktown to showcase their culture, but it also provides visitors like me a deeper understanding of the town's history. What impressed me the most about Yorktown is how its people continue to preserve their traditions, from food to language and customs. They still use German during special occasions, which made me feel even more connected to a very unique part of Texas history. Though Yorktown is small, the way they maintain these values creates a living portrait of cultural resilience. Nordheim, a peaceful farming town. Nordheim may be one of the places where I truly felt at one with nature. Surrounded by vast green fields and sprawling farmland, this town carries a peaceful charm that can only be appreciated by slowing down and breathing in the fresh air. The rhythm of life here is dictated by the land, with its tight-knit community involved in the agricultural cycles. As I strolled through the village, I met local farmers who were harvesting crops, and they took time to chat with me about their life, an uncomplicated life that values hard work and simplicity. Every week, the town holds a small farmers market, where locals buy and sell fresh produce and regional delicacies. The stalls, brimming with fresh fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods, reflect the abundant harvests from surrounding fields. I remember stopping at one booth, speaking with the elderly lady who ran it as she shared stories about her family's farming legacy. The market is where connections are made, not just through goods, but through shared stories and experiences. Though there aren't many job opportunities or modern services, the people of Nordheim take pride in their lifestyle. They live slowly, appreciating what the land provides, and they view hardships as part of life. Nordheim teaches me that simple living, close to nature, can be one of the most precious ways to live. Runga, a town with rich history.
Runga, a small rural town in Texas, has a rich history preserved through many generations. During my visit, I had the chance to explore the local museum, which held pieces of the town's history, from its early days as a major agricultural center to its current state as a tight-knit community. Walking through the quiet streets of Runga, I couldn't help but stop before the old buildings, each telling a story of a bygone era. The historical markers throughout the town, along with the local festivals, give visitors a glimpse into the town's development from a farming community to what it is today. What stood out to me about Runga was how the community continues to embrace and honor its past. The town's traditions are kept alive through annual events and the museum, providing a sense of continuity between the past and the present. For me, Runga is not just a town with a history. It's a place that teaches us the importance of preserving the stories that shape us. Carlton, a forgotten ghost town. Carlton may be a ghost town today, but its story is far from over. This once thriving town, born out of a booming cotton industry, now stands as a testament to the changing tides of American life. When I visited, I couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia as I walked through the deserted streets. The crumbling buildings, though weathered, seemed to whisper the stories of the people who once lived here. Though the town is no longer bustling with life, the remnants of its past serve as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of communities. The cotton industry may have faded, but the history of Carlton remains alive in its empty streets and decaying buildings. As I walked through the ghost town, I reflected on the resilience it once represented and the people who helped it flourish. Carlton might not be thriving today, but it is still an important part of the historical fabric of small towns across America. For me, visiting these abandoned places is not just about witnessing their decline, but about remembering the stories they hold and understanding the transient nature of life and communities. Small, remote towns like Terlingua, Marfa, and Carlton offer a unique glimpse into America's past. Each place holds untold stories, secrets of time that larger cities often overlook. Despite facing challenges like isolation, scarce resources, and shifting livelihoods, these towns stand resilient, preserving their cultural identity and heritage. It's the spirit and determination of their residents that make them an integral part of the diverse landscape of America. For those seeking peace, inspiration from history, or simply wanting to escape the hustle and bustle of city life, these towns offer the perfect opportunity to explore and experience something special. While these places may not be widely known, they are hidden gems that should not be overlooked.